what's this one?
That there, that's a pritter dagger. That's a pritter dagger.
Sorry, what is it? I beg your pardon. That's a
pritter dagger. Well, them that was learned would say it was a potato dagger. You understand? You a tractor tell it there. And put it into gear there with that tongue. See that there? See that wheel there? That goes round. Them articles digs them out. See them prongs there? If I would say, if I'd lean down on her, you'd see her turning. You could turn her when she'd be leaned down. There's the article there, you see. See that on there? She's on gear now, that article there sketched that. Look. And then them neck wheels all runs on there. There's a big one there at the bottom, you see. That drives that. That and drives that. The wheels all drives that.
Who's it made by, Paul?
Hey?
What make is it?
Is it not on it there? It's the pool or what? Oh, it's the name's all on it.
How old was it? How long have you had this one? Do you remember?
Oh, I only bought that Fairmont about 30 years ago. But it was an old dagger he had then. About 30 years ago I bought it to put it to the tractor.
How long do you think he would have had it?
Well, I don't know, he could have had it maybe 30 before that, for instance. You know, it's not easy knowing them.
And when was it last working for you?
Here?
Yes.
It was working there the month of October. I was digging pretty straight in October. There it's there.
And what would you call that one?
What that there? That's a turner. For hay. That's a loud machine too. Of course they're all new. They're all new patents now, them's all loud. There's one on there, a new patent.
How long would you have had this one?
That there? Oh, I think I bought them when I started with a tractor, like it's about 30 years ago. 30, it's over 30, something over 30. She's a turner wrought with a horse. You see, only I here turned over and wrought her with a tractor. But she was made for a horse when she was made. That's a reaper for cutting hay, that person, and the other is a centipede for tedding it. That person there's a reaper for cutting.
How long would you have had that?
Them there. Oh, I only had them, maybe about 10 years.
How dangerous was the reaper?
It's just dangerous enough if you don't keep out their road. That's a reaper for horses on there.
How old would that be?
Oh, it's just 50 years on it.
So would that be an antique now?
Aye, should be antique now. She was new by horses. I reaped with that one for years. But that was a horse machine. Of course, I had her turned over and reaped a year or two where with a tractor before I got that other that's in the shade there.
How many horses would you use with that one?
Oh, 2 horses. Them tools was all through with 2 horses. But you could have got a smaller one than that for 1 horse. You could have got a 1 horse.
How long would it take you to get the horses hitched up?
Well, now, it was on to whether the horses was on the grass when you went to catch them or whether they were in the stable. You weren't long getting them hitched up if they were in the stable. But if they were on the grass, you maybe went to catch one, it was maybe 2 or 3 minutes and you get the highlight. Oh, when they were used, or horses was that you weren't long getting them hitched up.
How far would you have to travel with them?
To do the cutting. Oh, you're just round home. Of course, we had ground down there in the Craigie Dhu Road there, and I went about half a mile to a cut when we're cutting down there, you know. But if we're cutting at home here, you see, it was just round about where the fields was for hay.
Would the person doing the racking work along behind the reaper?
Oh no. There was no such thing. I had to get weather. So you cut it down till it was dry and ready for racking. If it was wet weather, it was maybe a fortnight now you'd have got it racked. If it was good weather, you maybe could have been racking in 3 days. But you couldn't have racked it behind you. You could have put it on them round bales for silage. You could have done that behind you if you like.
What was the racking like? How many people worked the racking?
Well, I took one building the rock and one forking to it. You build it a rock, you had to go out and build it in there one forking till. He come in round and had to be forked out. You put the rocks on the trailer when you're carting them into the shed. It was the same as that there, the trailer, you brought the rocks in with, only you had to bar along the front of it, with a rope or a chain on it, and you put that round the rock, and there were one little string up the side of it, and you wanted to stone the rock.
What was it like mowing with a scythe?
Oh, it was all right. Mowing with a scythe, only it was sure work. It was sure work.
How many of you would have been working at one time when you were cutting with scythes?
Oh, there used to be 3 of them mowing. But the scythe, like it was Ireland's nor me that was doing the mowing then at that time. Later years I was mowing as they went away once with a scythe. But there were 3 of them used to mow with a scythe.
So who would help you after your brothers left home?
Oh, we just, there were nobody, I must say. We just done less work. It used to be, you see, round this, while the land was working with, the one went for the one neighbour to the other, and there were a crowd pulling land. Maybe up to, I seen the length of 20 in a field pulling land. Went for the one to the other. That.
What do you remember most clearly? What did you enjoy the most?
The most you enjoyed about the harvesting was when you had a 4 days work. You enjoyed going to bed at night. You see the forces from that. See the forces from that.
What do you use this room for?
Eh?
What do you use this room for?
That's here. For that used to be a milk house, you see, when we were at the milk. And that was a place you had there for cooling the milk and the cans of milk. That's what it was used for when we were that, you see. There was we had a run on there, you see, when you were milking, you had the water running on steady there and running out there all the time. It was running on and running around the can. That was the way you could have cooled it.